Social Security allows you the freedom to take stock of what's important and build lasting bonds. We share your goals. Trust Palm Wealth Management to consolidate your investments and generate income for those who need you most. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Everest, K2, and now the Mountain by Mountain Mike's Pizza, the biggest pizza this side of the Rockies. The mountain-sized pizza is a massive 20 inches wide, delivering 20 slices and a mountain of toppings. Made with the freshest and finest ingredients, dough made fresh daily with 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese, and toppings to the edge. It's time to go big. Order yours now by using our mobile app.
When it comes to finances, it can be hard to know what's in your best interest. Experience the strength of advice at Palm Wealth Management. From education and estate planning to retirement and the unexpected, we can help. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Back here at Champion Car Wash Field as we are scrambling around here to get the Game 2 lineups all set and ready to go for you. Joey Keeran here with you. This is our Roseburg Disposal pregame show. You can let them make the run of the dump for you. Give them a call at 673-7122. We want to say thanks to Bowers Industrial, a proud supporter of our local community and youth sports. They are our pregame coaches interview sponsor this season here with the Doc Stewarts. Doc's getting a 9-4 win in Game 1. They've now won 4 straight. Looking to try and make it 5 and see if they can get to 2-5 in league games. If the Doc Stewarts can do that, boy, they put themselves in a much better spot than when they started the day at 0-5 in Area 4. The Docs were kind of up against it, but it looks like we are ready to go for Game 2. We just got the lineups here in the booth, so we're going to be putting this together as we get together here. So I guess we'll go ahead and just take it from here. Keep it moving and get ready for the second game of our doubleheader. I thought we might get another break in, but they've taken the field, so I don't think we're going to have time to do that. We'll just go ahead and jump right into it. Doc Stewarts have the lefty, the youngster, Wade Molitor, will be on the mound here in Game 2. Wade will be we're going to do player interviews all throughout the upcoming Mickey Riley Star Spangled Tournament in Corvallis. We're going to have those instead of coaches interviews. Got to get in some of these player interviews to make sure we get through, hopefully, everybody. I don't know. I'm a little worried, but hopefully we'll get through everybody here. And so Wade will be our pregame interview coming up tomorrow when we go up to Corvallis for that game. So stay tuned for that. But here today, Wade is on the mound. Molitor will face off against the Generals, and it's going to be Carson Boatmiller at the top of the order once again. He'll start at second base here in Game 2. So that'll be the leadoff man. We're going to have to kind of piecemeal their way through this as we try to fill in our scorebook and get things all squared away as we go through it here on the air. Not a lot of time in between games to get everything all squared away. All right, here at Champion Car Wash Field in Roseburg, Oregon, Game 2 of our doubleheader. Docs get Game 1. They've got Game 2 coming up, and the first pitch from Molitor is low, ball 1, and here we go. Game 2 of our doubleheader. Carson Boatmiller on the bump. Carson Boatmiller at the plate, facing Wade Molitor on the bump. Pitch is low and inside, 2-0 count. That does it for the Roseburg Disposal pregame show. Again, let them make the run to the dump for you. They came by and picked up my garbage today, and it's so much more convenient than having to go to the dump yourself. Give them a call at 673-7122. The 2-0 pitch. Molitor misses low and inside as he tries to find that inside corner against the leadoff man, Boatmiller. So a 3-0 count. The good-sized incoming freshman will fire in a strike. Back behind the plate is Mason Young catching here in Game 2. 3-1 pitch. Grounder right side, racing to get in front of it. Picking it up, it is Tegan Sprague. Gets it to Danner Wirtz for the first out. Battling his way back into that one. Molitor will get the first out, one away. Cole Cooper will be on the mound here in Game 2 for the Generals. And he will bat second. One out, nobody on. Lefty-lefty battle. Foul tip into the glove for strike one. Molitor will miss on the 0-1 pitch. 1-1 count. The lefty delivers low and outside, falls behind, 2 balls and a strike. The 2-1 pitch, fouled away. Evens up the count. Sunny day here in Roseburg at Champion Car Wash Field. Take a look at your game time temperature as we start Game 2 of our doubleheader. Here at about 3:15, we got things underway. Ball fouled off. Staying alive on the 2-2 pitch was Cole Cooper. Sun has been out, but the wind has been blowing around. Right now it continues to blow in from center field. 2-2 swing and a miss. Strike 3, and Molitor will get his first punch out in the ballgame. 2 down, and it'll be Camden Hartlaub.
32, Camden Hartlaub.
That will come up to bat. 3-hitter in the lineup. Right-handed batter will stand in. 72 degrees here in Roseburg. Doesn't feel like we're going to get that much warmer here today. Was thinking we'd get a little bit closer to the upper 70s today. As the ball fouled back on the first pitch from Molitor. Expecting to hit 79 tomorrow and then into the mid-80s for the extended holiday weekend. Many people getting Friday off with the observed holiday for 4th of July. 0-1 pitch, missing low. Camden Hartlaub starting at shortstop here in Game 2. Bats with 2 down and nobody on. The 1-1 hits it in the air out towards center field. Christian Corba tracking that ball. We'll wait for it to come down. Finally does. He makes the catch. It's a 1-2-3 top of the first inning for the youngster Wade Molitor. And the Doc Stewarts will have a scoreless ball game coming up to bat for the first time in the home half of the first when we return after this 1-minute timeout on 541radio.com and on the Score 92.3 FM and 14. Head to the bottom of the first inning for the Doc Stewarts. Your Southern Septic Service starting lineup will have Paxton Burke starting at shortstop, Logan Anderson at third base, and then Fletcher Coleman in left field, your top three hitters up to bat for the Doc Stewarts as we go to the bottom of the first inning in a scoreless ball game. Central Oregon will have, it is a right-hander on the mound. It's Cole Cooper. He bats left-handed, but he throws right-handed. He'll be on the bump for the Generals, and will face the Doc Stewarts here in Game 2, trying to see if the Generals can get their first win in league play and end a 4-game losing skid. Try to get a split here on the road against the Doc Stewarts. Docs went 3-1 against Central Oregon last year. Docs make a return trip to Central Oregon on July 14th to play against the Generals in Redmond to wrap up the 4-game season series. Paxton Burke, the switch hitter, takes high ball 1, and we are underway here in the bottom of the first, Game 2 of our doubleheader here today. Again, Joey Keeran with you. We'll have a run through the lineup as we get our opportunities. Ball up the middle, base hit, leadoff man Paxton Burke will reach base, has the first hit of the game for the Docs. Did not try to do much with that pitch, just got the barrel on it, sent it right back up the middle. Low line drive shot through the box, out to center field. Leadoff single for the Doc Stewarts. They've got a man on with nobody out. That'll bring up Logan Anderson for the Stewies. Batting in the 2 spot here today. And Logan with Paxton Burke on at first. There's the possibilities are endless here. You've got a speedster at first that wants to swipe a bag, and that's exactly what Central Oregon was thinking as well. Back to first base goes Burke. Squaring to bunt. Back to the mound. Fumbling his way off the mound was Cooper. Lost his footing, and he tumbles to the turf. It'll be an infield single for Logan Anderson. Just stumbled over his own feet. Cole Cooper off the mound.
Now batting number 12, Fletcher Coleman.
Couldn't keep his feet underneath him. Second hit in the game, and the Doc Stewarts have runners at first and second with nobody out. They'll bring up Fletcher Coleman. Opportunity brewing here for the Doc Stewarts. Yeah, just stumbled, lost his footing on the turf, which can be slick. And the ball goes to the backstop. Both runners will move up 90 feet. That one kicked off the backstop and bounced up over the top of the catcher's head and rolls back out towards the mound. So now both runners are in scoring position. A 1-0 count for Fletcher Coleman. Christian Corbo waits on deck. One-0 delivery here for Coleman. He'll take a strike on the inside corner. 1-1. Cole Cooper delivers. That ball is fouled away. First base side. Strike 2 for Fletcher. 2 men on with nobody out. The 1-2 pitch. High. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So looking through the whole lineup here, Burke, Anderson, and Coleman, your 3 hitters at the top. Then Corbo batting cleanup and starting in center field. Danner Wirtz at first base will bat 5th as the pitch outside. Full count now for Fletcher Coleman. At second base, Tegan Sprague hitting 6th. Batting 7th, the right fielder Hayden Thompson. Hitting in the 8th spot is the catcher, Mason Young, and the DH in the 9 hole is Quinn Gaylor. As the ball popped up, foul territory, giving chase. The catcher cannot get to it in time. Stays a full count here for Fletcher Coleman. So Quinn Gaylor is the 9 hitter, batting for Wade Molitor, today's starting pitcher. That's your Southern Septic Service starting lineup for the Doc Stewarts. From residential to commercial, Southern Septic Service has your behind covered. Get a free, no-obligation estimate today for your septic, grease trap, and portable toilet needs. Visit SouthernSepticServiceInc.com. Nobody out, a 3-2 pitch. First base open, 2 runners on, and first base now occupied. Pitch high and inside to Fletcher. who has added a couple of more walks to his team leading total here today. Bases are loaded for Christian Corba. He's got a chance to rack up a few runs here. If he can get a hold of one. He went hitless in game one, and he fouls off the first pitch for strike one. Didn't have a hit, got on base twice, a walk and a hit by pitch. But looking for a base knock here. Takes an off-speed pitch high, a 1-1 count. Cole Cooper delivers. Misses the outside corner, falls behind 2-1. Cole Cooper. A 2-1 pitch to Corba. In the air right side, not very deep, comes charging in. Right fielder diving attempt. He doesn't make the play. It'll get loose. Everyone will be safe. 1 run will score. Doc Stewart's take the early lead. That ball caught in the wind, got knocked down, and Christian Corba will benefit from it. A bloop single out to right field, diving attempt. They couldn't come up with it. Corba on with an RBI single. Everybody else hustling up 90 feet. They all had to hold, assuming that ball was going to get caught. It did not. They all race up 90 feet. Everybody's safe. Burke comes in to score. Docs lead 1-0. First pitch, a strike to Danner Wirtz on the inside corner. The 0-1 to Wirtz misses high, 1-1 count. One nothing lead here in the early going of game two. Just off the outside corner for strike two. Just right on that edge there, catching the zone. The 1-2 here for Cooper. Danner sends it way up in the air right side. Foul territory. Everybody giving it chase. There might be a chance. No, that one will hit off the fence. Tough one for the first baseman, Caden Cooper, to try and make a play on. That one up over the top of him. He was tracking it. He was in the right spot, but with that ball so close to the fence line, that's a tough one to make a play on. And so it's an extra chance here at the plate. Danner Wirtz will step back in. 1-2 count against him. Cole Cooper trying to get his first out in the ballgame. Bases loaded behind him. He's got a 1-2 pitch coming. Breaking ball over the plate, but misses high. That one not off the mark by much. So Danner back at the dish, a 2-2 pitch. At third base, Anderson not get a chance to come in as that ball fouled off, hit off the catcher, and then clips the umpire. So we'll get a moment and a break in the action here. Taking a look around the diamond defensively. The battery mate back behind the plate is Miles Beam. The catcher here in game two. Out at first base is Caden Cooper. At second base is Carson Boatmiller. We'll get the rest here. We're kind of figuring it out as we go there. The 2-2 again to Wirtz is high and away. The count goes to 3-2. So bases are loaded, and a full count pitch. Wirtz fouls it off as this battle will continue. A lengthy one here for Danner. Again, Cole Cooper delivers that ball. Hit well out towards right field, well enough that it should bring in a run. It is caught. The throw will be cut off, knocked down by the first baseman. Coming in to score, Logan Anderson. It's a sac fly for Danner, and the Doc Stewarts will take a 2-0 advantage. One away. Logan Anderson tags and scores. Everybody else holds at second base. Fletcher Coleman, Christian Corba still on at first. Docs lead it 2-0 on the sac fly by Danner Wirtz, and now Tegan Sprague will try to help him add some more to the scoreboard. Danner got a good rip on that one out to right field where Mason Stout was, and he fielded and got it back in, but not quite in time. Tegan will take strike one to begin his at-bat. Wind blowing in from center field, actually kind of blowing in from left center towards the first base right field line. 0-1, runners take off. The pitch is low, no chance at the throw from Beam behind the plate. Double steal. Coleman will get to third base, and Corba behind him follows going up to second. 1-1 count for Sprague with two in scoring position now. Cole Cooper, 1-1 delivery. Breaking ball in for a strike to Sprague. A ball and two strikes. One ball, two strikes. Pitch is high, 2-2. So defensively, Beam behind the plate, Caden Cooper at first, Boatmiller at second. On the left side, Penaloza at third, Hartlob at short. In the outfield from left to right, Locke, Bailey, and Stout, your defense behind Cole Cooper for Central Oregon. The 2-2 pitch, lined right side, is going to get down in front of Stout. One run will score. They're going to put the brakes on late and hold Christian Corba at third as he hustles back to the bag. It's an RBI single for Tegan Sprague, who's having a nice day at the plate. That is his third hit between the two games. He drives in a run, and the Doc Stewarts have a 3-0 lead starting out game two of our doubleheader. Runners on the corners with still just one out.
Now batting number 14.
Docs trailed 2-0 in game one before they finally got anything across home. Here in game two, they've jumped out to the 3-0 lead here in the bottom of the first. Behind home, Miles Beam will step out in front of the plate to signal to the defense how they want to approach. Runners at first and third. Corba got the late break sign at third. They put up the stop sign. He hustled back to the bag. He's at third. Sprague at first. Sprague takes off. The ball fouled back for strike one by Hayden Thompson. Thompson his first trip to the plate, starting in right field here in game two. Had one hit in game one. Swings through. Pitch on the outside corner for strike two. Hayden. Strike three on the outside corner. Cole Cooper gets the call on the edge and gets his first strikeout in the ball game. Thompson goes down looking. There's two away. It'll bring up Mason Young, his first at-bat of the day. Pitch bounces off the turf. Knocked down behind the plate by Beam. 1-0 count to start here for Mason. The 1-0 is outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Popped him up. Young skies it out towards shallow right field. Going out, the second baseman, Boatmiller, is there for the catch, and that will retire the side. But the Doc Stewarts will send 8 hitters to the plate here in the first inning. They build a 3-0 lead in favor of Wade Molitor. He's got a lead to work with. We'll head to the top of the second. Doc's in front on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
My wife and I moved to Oregon to raise a family, set our roots, and to have a lot of fun outdoors. We quickly realized that we needed a truck or a rig for the projects that we were doing in the backyard. When we were looking to find a place to finance our truck, we asked our patients, and everyone recommended Cascade Community Credit Union. It was so easy to work with Cascade. Everything was done via email, phone, and we didn't even need to go in. I can't wait to finish up the projects in the backyard, go on more adventures in our truck with our boys, and I look forward to working with Cascade again in the future.
Successful companies have a very important secret. Good advertising works and makes them money. That's why your business should contact Lotus Media Group. Let us help you cash in with multimedia advertising. Multiple touches from Douglas County's only Google certified partner and most effective advertising platform. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen. LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
Top of the second inning. Today's ball game is brought to you by Barnes Heating and Cooling, your complete energy company. Visit barnesheatingandcooling.com or call them at 541-459-1545. Doc Stewart's a 3-0 lead after the first inning. Wade Molitor out there. He got the Central Oregon Generals in order in the first inning. Kind of struggled to start out, but found the strike zone and was able to get through that first inning untouched. And he will look to try and keep it going here in the second as he gets a swing and a miss on the first pitch to Mason Stout, the right fielder, batting in the cleanup spot. Left-handed batter swings and misses to start things off. The 0-1 hits the inside corner for strike two. Defensively for the Doc Stewarts, we'll run through it for you here in the second. We didn't really get a chance to focus on that early in the game. The 0-2, swing and a miss, strike three. Let's go ahead and do it. Take a look at your Southern Septic Service starting lineup for the Doc Stewarts defensively. Mason Young back behind the plate. Danner Wirtz out at first. Tegan Sprague at second. Left side of the diamond, Logan Anderson at third and Paxton Burke at short. And the outfield from left to right, Fletcher Coleman, Christian Corba, and Hayden Thompson. So look at your defense for the Docs. One out, nobody on. First pitch over the plate but high. Ball one to Tanner Locke. 1-0. Misses inside. Oh, excuse me. Hits the inside corner. Molitor with a 1-1. Swing and a miss. Tanner Locke batting in the 5 spot. Nobody on base with one down. The 1-2 from Molitor. Hit off the handle, softly right side. This is going to be a tough play, and Sprague will not get it there in time. The ball gets by, but the runner will hold at first as Wirtz goes to track it down. Sprague did everything he could to try and make that play. It'll be an infield single for Tanner Locke. A little bit of a cue shot off the handle, and Locke will have the first hit of the ball game for Central Oregon. He gets on with the infield single. Just was down on the hand and had some weird spin to it. Not a lot of momentum behind it. And Tegan Sprague racing in, did everything he could to try to make the play, but really had no chance. First pitch, swing and a miss by Quentin Bailey. Bailey in center field here in game two. Bailey batting in the 6th spot. The 0-1 from Molitor. Misses outside, 1-1 count. Southern Septic Service, from residential to commercial. They've got your behind covered when it comes to your septic, grease trap, and portable toilet needs. Check out SouthernSepticServiceInc.com. Ball fouled back for strike two. Quentin Bailey behind in his at-bat, his first of the day. Not a lot of action going on in Area 4 today. No other league games on the schedule today. Eugene, the only other Area 4 team in action today. It's a 1-2 pitch outside for Wade. Eugene was taking on the Salem WellCare Dodgers. And the Challengers improve. I think they're like 22-1 on the year. This ball fouled off. The 2-2 pitch, staying alive. 22-2 on the year now for Eugene as they get an 11-0 win over Salem. Non-leaguer there for the Challengers. 2-2 pitch, runner takes off. They had the hit and run on, but the ball fouled away by Bailey. Stays at the plate with the 2-2 count as he battles here with Wade Molitor. Two balls, two strikes here on a sunny Wednesday afternoon in the Umpqua Basin. 2-2, runner going again, swing and a miss, throw down to second base, tag down. Burke couldn't hang on to the ball as he swiped through. So in safely will be Tanner Locke, almost a strike him out, throw him out double play. Nice throw by Mason Young, who thought he had it, but Burke could not hold on to the baseball at second base. Maybe the momentum of the sweeping tag, the force, maybe having the ball slip right out of his grip out there at second base. So a stolen base for Tanner Locke, who reached on an infield single. He's in scoring position. There's two down as Miles Beam will stand in and takes ball one. Three strikeouts in the game for Wade. The 1-0. Misses inside, 2-0 count. Central Oregon, they have had quite a two-day span here. They were playing late into the night last night at home in Redmond. Then had to get on the road early today to get here in time for the 1 o'clock start to game one of our doubleheader. So they have been go, go, go as of late, and they're going to be heading to Lewiston, Idaho for their next action, playing in a tournament out at LC State. The 2-1 from Molitor. Swing and a miss, off speed, got the hitter out in front. Nice job mixing up his pitches here for Wade. He had Beam way out in front of that off-speed pitch as he slowed it down. 2-2 delivery coming up. Hit down the right field side. That ball is foul by inches, if you can even use the plural of the word. That might have just been foul by less than an inch down that right field line for Miles Beam. Wade went with the off speed on the previous pitch, got him to swing and miss, tried to come back with the fastball, and Beam was able to make contact, but he was late on it. And down the right field side, just foul. So back to the plate for Miles Beam. The catcher hitting in the 7 spot. The 2-2 delivery here for Molitor with 2 outs and a man at second. Foul tipped. Almost got him on some high heat there. Just got enough of it to stay alive. Beam out of Summit High School, class of 2028. Another youngster out there as well. He was a second-team All-League catcher for the Storm, who had a great spring season there at Summit High School. 2-2. Strike 3, froze him at the plate. And Beam goes down looking. Central Oregon will leave a man stranded out at second base. 4th punch out in the game for Wade Molitor. And the Doc Stewarts will hang on to a 3-0 lead as we head to the bottom of the second. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on. This is Doc Stewart's Baseball on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
To us, pizza the way it ought to be isn't just our slogan. It's our promise and our passion to give you the best dining experience and the best tasting pizza you expect. For over 40 years, we've been making pizza the way it ought to be. Handmade with the freshest and finest ingredients. Our dough is made fresh daily, and we use 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings edge to edge. There's pizza, and then there's Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be.
At Roseburg Disposal, we're dedicated to meeting your garbage service needs. Started in 1932 by brothers Norm and Orville John, Roseburg Disposal continues to be owned and operated by the John family today, now in its third generation. Providing residential and commercial garbage disposal and recycling, we serve the greater Roseburg area. Invested in our community, our company has participated in many community projects, both financially and through donated services. Committed to our customers and our community, Roseburg Disposal.
Bottom of the second here from Champion Car Wash Field in Roseburg, Oregon. Today's game brought to you by Flyaway Travel. Contact the travel experts at Travel Leader Flyaway Travel. Make sure you have an agent in your corner. Call 541-672-5701. Well, the Docs will be traveling as they head up to Corvallis for the Mickey Riley Star Spangled Tournament. That'll get started tomorrow. It is the 49th annual Mickey Riley Star Spangled Tourney. Docs will play at 10 a.m. tomorrow. They play at 10 a.m. on Friday, and then they play at 4 o'clock on the 4th of July, Saturday. Then based on how they perform in the tournament, they'll get put into a game on Sunday. Time to be determined. First pitch swinging away for Quinn Gaylor here to start things off in the second. Chops one towards first base where Caden Cooper will field it and take it to the bag himself. Cole Cooper had come off the mound to cover at first, but Caden Cooper had enough time to be able to beat out Quinn Gaylor at first base. So Gaylor sees one pitch and grounds out one away. Top of the order for the Docs here in the bottom of the second. Burke will hit one towards short. A bounding ball to Hartlob, who will throw it across, but it goes in and out of the glove for Caden Cooper. The first baseman couldn't hang on to it. Burke, quick out of the box, made it a tough throw there for Hartlob. It was a routine ground ball at him, but it seemed like maybe he thought he had a little bit more time, and so his throw across the diamond was just a hair ahead of Paxton Burke. And Caden Cooper at first apparently felt like he needed to really stretch for it, and as he did, he couldn't line it up with the glove. And so Burke able to get on as the ball was dropped by the first baseman. First error in the game for Central Oregon. A man at first with one out for the Doc Stewarts. Logan Anderson up to bat. Another pickoff throw to first base. Checking on Burke over there. Does not have a stolen base here in this game. He advanced on a wild pitch in his first time on base. Burke actually does not have a stolen base at all today as a line drive shot will get out of the reach of the shortstop. Hartlob couldn't get to it. Up to second base will go Burke. Second hit of the game for Logan Anderson, who is really warming up at the plate. Really nice to see that for the Umpqua Valley Christian product as he gets ready to head back to Southwestern Oregon Community College next year. Good to see the bat is feeling good for Anderson at the plate. Runners at first and second. Docs leading 3-0 as we start this second inning. Looking to add to it with one out. Fletcher Coleman will stand in. Pickoff throw, or actually a throw down to third as Burke tried to steal third. The throw gets away. He will advance to score, and the Doc Stewarts lead it 4-0. Burke stole third. The throw by Miles Beam. One hop to the bag. Penaloza could not handle it, and the errant throw allows Burke to come around to score. So an error got him on, and then he scores on the throwing error. A 1-0 count at the plate for Fletcher Coleman. And now looking to steal third goes Logan Anderson, and he goes sliding in safely. They're stealing third with a left-handed batter at the plate. So it's an easy throw down to third by the catcher. A 1-1 pitch. Inside. Misses. 2 balls and a strike for Fletch. So behind the plate, Miles Beam has got a direct shot to throw down to third base, but the Docs testing his arm here in the second inning. The 2-1. Coleman will take high. 3 balls and a strike. Docs lead it 4-0. 1 run in the second so far after 3 in the first. The 3-1 to Coleman. Grounds one right side. That will get by. A diving attempt for the first baseman, Caden Cooper. And that'll bring in a run as Fletcher Coleman had 4 RBI in Game 1. He will hit one to right field for an RBI here in Game 2, his first in the game. Coming in to score is Logan Anderson. Docs add another run. They lead it 5-0. A man at first with 1 out. Christian Corba to bat. He had an RBI single in the first inning. First pitch down the middle for a strike. Colt Cooper on the mound. Out of Bend High School, graduating this year. He's committed to Linfield University. He was an honorable mention All-State pitcher as he picks off to first base. Coleman back in safely. Man at first base. 0-1 pitch here to Corba. He'll hit a sharp line drive into left field. Up to second base goes Coleman. That's 3 consecutive singles for the Doc Stewarts here in the second. Still just 1 out. Runners at first and second. They've got 7 hits in the ballgame total. Runners at first and second for Danner Wirtz with just the 1 out. Second baseman holding on. Coleman out at the bag. The runners go. A breaking ball in for a strike to Danner, but both runners steal. Double steal. Fletcher gets to third, and Corba gets to second. Doc's getting uberly aggressive on the bases. The 0-2, excuse me, the 0-1, that is strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes for Danner, who's hit a sac fly to right field in his first at-bat. The 0-2, blowing outside. Now, Central Oregon, I don't know the reason. They had quite a few guys scratched off of their lineup card. Andrew Guthrie out of Summit High School. He was the Intermountain Conference Pitcher of the Year. He's not with the team here today. He's an arm I'm sure they would like. As a breaking ball swung on and missed. Tag applied. And Danner goes down on strikes. Runners at second and third. Hold. Second strikeout in the game for Cole Cooper. It'll bring up Tegan Sprague, who has an RBI single back in the first. Also missing a guy, Ty Hattenhauer, out of Caldera High School, graduating this year. A swing and a miss by Sprague, strike 1. He was a guy that I believe was in the lineup yesterday, if I saw correctly on Game Changer. First-team All-State infielder, and he was the Intermountain Conference Player of the Year, one of the top hitters at the 5A level this year, hitting .548 during the spring season. He's not with the team today. The 0-1 pitch, low. 1-1 count here for Tegan Sprague. That's just a couple of the guys. Charlie Wiskovich, I think I saw him in the action yesterday against Eugene for Central Oregon. He's not here with the team. So quite a few names that were scratched out on the lineup card that are not here today for Central Oregon. It's the 1-1 pitch. Sprague fouls it into the netting behind home. Strike 2. So definitely some missing pieces, but still they've got a good chunk of their lineup here with them here today. And the guys they do have all earning some big honors throughout the year. So not to take anything away from the Docs. I know that Central Oregon would like to have all their pieces. So would the Docs. They've got quite a few guys that are out with injuries. As a pitch just off the outside corner. 2-2 count for Tegan Sprague. Guys like Ryan Shaver, Caleb York, Easton Bachmeyer, they're all dealing with injuries that are possibly going to keep them out for a little bit. Bachmeyer might be getting close to returning for the Docs. It's a 2-2 pitch. That ball line drive towards the alley for Sprague. He might have extra bases once again. He takes the turn at first as 2 runs will come in to score. Sprague in with a stand-up double, and the Doc Stewarts lead it 7-0. Pretty sure right off the bat that Tegan Sprague thinking extra bases from the get-go, and he drives in a pair. Doc Stewart's put 4 runs up here in the second so far. Coleman and Corba both come in to score.
14,
Tegan Sprague now with 3 RBI here in game 2. He's 2 for 2 in the ball game with a single and a double. First pitch in for a strike to Hayden Thompson, who struck out looking his first time up. Docs have jumped on the early lead. 7-0. We're only in the bottom of the second. A look back to second base for Cooper, and no throw that direction. The thing that kind of stood out to me, too, looking through this Central Oregon roster, they've got a couple of guys that are committed to go to colleges for football next year, not for baseball. It's the 0-1 pitch. Inside corner, called strike 2 to Thompson. Andrew Guthrie, a name that we mentioned, not here with the team today. First-team All-State pitcher. He's committed to Northern Arizona for football. He'll be a senior next year. He's a quarterback out at Summit High School. Looks to be headed to Northern Arizona to play some football in his future. Ball fouled towards the dugout. And over there, Baron Huerta goes ducking out of the way. He's the other guy on the roster that's committed to play football next in college. Huerta headed to Eastern Oregon University as a kicker and punter. As the 0-2 pitch, Thompson sends one high in the air. It's foul territory, back behind home, looking for it and able to stab it out of the air. The catcher, Miles Beam, will make the catch, and that will wrap things up for the Doc Stewarts here in the second inning. But for a second consecutive inning, the Doc Stewarts will send 8 hitters to the plate. This time they score 4. They lead it 7-0 as we go to the top of the third on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
To expand your portfolio? Consolidate your investments with Palm Wealth Management. Our trusted team makes it easy to diversify and track your investments. Let Palm Wealth Management coordinate your financial strategy. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
When it comes to finances, it can be hard to know what's in your best interest. Experience the strength of advice at Palm Wealth Management. From education and estate planning to retirement and the unexpected, we can help. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Seven 0 lead for the Doc Stewarts as we start the third. Today's game is brought to you by DC Farmers Co-op, where everyone is welcome to shop. Wade Molitor with a healthy lead to work with. Offense supporting him, and he's been looking solid on the mound. Fires in strike 1 as he faces the 8-9-1 hitters here in the third. Caden Cooper, the first baseman, batting in the 8th spot here in game 2. The 0-1 pitch misses outside, a 1-1 count. Caden Cooper batted in the cleanup spot in game 1. They drop him down to the 8th spot here in game 2. He sends one in the air left side. It is playable for Fletcher Coleman out there. Makes the catch as Paxton Burke looks on. The shortstop having a little fun out there as he watches intently as that ball came down in a very much athletic position. Making sure his high school teammate during the spring season at Roseburg High, Fletcher Coleman, makes that play in left field. One away. First pitch from Molitor misses outside to Jared Penaloza, the 9-hitter starting at third base. 1-0 count with one away. Hitting the inside corner at the knees, 1-1. The lefty Molitor gets a swing and a miss out of Penaloza. Wade missed a little bit of time with a trip with his family here during the season, but the youngster has looked good in his opportunities as he misses low. 2-2 count. For Molitor, he's making his 4th appearance. He's making his 2nd start of the summer. This is 2-2. Hit hard out towards center field, and the 9-hitter Penaloza will come through with a base knock. That's the 2nd hit in the game for Central Oregon. And the top of the order, which has been dangerous for them coming up to bat. So there's their opportunity to try and start building the comeback.
Number 8, Carson Bottomiller.
Carson Bottomiller will stand in. Molitor had thrown 8 innings prior to this start, a 1-0 win-loss record with a 2.63 ERA. His first pitch misses low, ball 1. He had 5 strikeouts and 4 walks coming into today's action. And he is getting ready to become a freshman at Roseburg High School next year. Hard and big lefty. I taped my interview that we will have for you tomorrow with Wade on Monday. Sat next to him and just sitting down on the bench next to him, he is much bigger than a freshman should be. Ball popped up, foul territory, and Mason Young, the catcher, makes the play. In foul territory, Mason making the play in front of the Central Oregon dugout. That is 2 down as Bottomiller will foul out. Nice job by Mason to get underneath that baseball. 2 away. Cole Cooper will bat with a man at first. Lefty-lefty battle. First pitch high for ball 1. Cooper struck out swinging his first time up. The 1-0 from Molitor. Misses high and inside to the lefty. 2 balls, no strikes. Wade, a homeschool kid, also was telling me in that interview, and you'll get to hear more about that and hear more about him. He did go to Umpqua Valley Christian for a little while as well, but homeschooled most recently. Getting ready to go to public school for the first time, it seems like, based off of what he was telling me there. Headed to Roseburg High School next year. Will be a nice addition to the baseball program at RHS as well. A 3-0 delivery here. He has fallen behind against Cole Cooper. No walks in this one yet for Wade. His 3-0 pitch misses high and inside, and there is ball 4. A 2-out walk issued. Cole Cooper will get on base for the first time in the ball game.
Next batter, number 32, Camden Hartlob.
So that'll bring up Camden Hartlob, the shortstop. Wade was named to the all-tournament team at the Perfect Game affiliated tournament back in May this year. So he has got some opportunities to play in some of those showcase type of games. His fastball has been clocked in the low 80s already. And again, going to be just a freshman. It's 83 with his fastball, 68 with the changeup, 73 with the curve. Actually, sorry, I mixed that up. It's the first pitch. Misses inside to Camden Hartlob. 1-0 count. It was 68 with the curveball and 73 with the changeup for Wade. 1-0 pitch is fouled away over the right side. Out of play by Hartlob, the shortstop, who flew out to center field to finish out a 1-2-3 first inning for Central Oregon. Docs are getting ready to head off to Corvallis tomorrow here at Champion Car Wash Field. Going to be a lot of activity. There's a back pick down to second base, slapping the tag down. Not quite in time for Paxton Burke out at second as they get the back pick from Mason Young, trying to get the runner. Penaloza out at second base off the bag. A 2-1 pitch for Molitor. That ball hit towards left field, coming in and able to make the play on a ball that was knuckling out in left field. Fletcher Coleman makes the grab, and that will finish it off. The shutout continues for Molitor. He allows a couple of guys to get on base here in the third, but pitches around it. No runs, the one hit, no errors, and 2 men left on base for Central Oregon. Doc Stewart's lead at 7-0 as we go to the bottom of the third here on 541radio.com and on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
For over 100 years, Douglas County Farmers Co-op has been serving the needs of farmers, ranchers, and homeowners throughout Southern Oregon. Here, everyone is welcome. When you shop with us, you can expect good people, good products, and good advice. No membership needed. Just bring yourself, and we'll provide the expertise and products you need to tackle your next project. Douglas County Farmers Co-op, where everyone is welcome to shop.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck, yes, that'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Oregon, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Back here at Champion Car Wash Field in Roseburg, Doc Stewart's taking on the Central Oregon SunWest Generals in an Area 4 doubleheader, Game 2. Before we get back to the action, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Doc Stewart's Baseball here on The Score.
Number 2, Mason Young.
A 7-0 lead for the Doc Stewarts on top of Central Oregon in Game 2, looking to try and pull off a sweep against the Generals. First pitch to Mason Young is fouled away for strike one as we start things here in the bottom of the third. Doc's on top 7-0. They've sent 8 hitters to the plate in each of the first 2 innings against Cole Cooper, who continues to throw for Central Oregon. Pitch high and inside, 1-1 count as Young backs a bit out of the way as the pitch comes in. Eight hits total in the ballgame for the Docs as a pitch just above the zone outside, 2-1 count. The 2-1 from Cooper. Young gets underneath it into the air to right field. Could be some trouble out there, but it'll hang up long enough, and running underneath it will be Mason Stout. 1 away. Right field is the Sun field. I think we're a little early still. Usually when we have our later start times, right field can be extremely difficult for outfielders when balls are hit up into the air. That one, Mason Stout handles it cleanly. Quinn Gaylor saw just one pitch his first time up. The lefty will dig back in. He'll foul off the first pitch. Aggressive at the plate so far. He's behind 0-1 as he fouls that one down the third base side. He was out in front of it, hit it off the end of the barrel. Gaylor stands back in. The lefty out of out of Sutherland. Will take one low, a 1-1 count. Gaylor was just a freshman this last year for the Bulldogs, earning all league honors in the outfield. DHing here in this one. The 1-1 pitch to him. Misses high, 2-1 count. Wind continues to be rather brisk at times. A stiff breeze coming in right now from center field. It does have the effect on our center field camera for those that are watching online with us. Pitch low on the 2-1 offering. The count goes to 3-1 for Gaylor, the 9-hole hitter, looking to get on base. Docs sent 7 hitters to the plate after the first man was retired in the second inning, so they're looking to try and do about the same here, and they'll get the second batter on base for a second time. In the second inning, Quinn Gaylor grounded out to the first baseman, and then the Docs proceeded to score 4 runs in that inning. The next 4 batters were all able to reach base and come around to score. So here in the third inning, Mason Young flew out to right field. Now Quinn Gaylor gets on. Can the Docs keep it going and start adding some more runs? See if they can follow the trend they set in that second inning. Quick visit out to the mound for the catcher, Miles Beam, to have a conversation with Cole Cooper. Got one out with a man at first. Top of the order here, Paxton Burke up to bat. He reached on an error in the second inning. He is 1 for 2 today. Pickoff throw to check on Gaylor at first. First pitch to Burke. Bounces in. Gaylor was taking off on the pitch. He'll get into second base, no problem, as that one hit off the turf, was knocked down by Beam behind the plate, but couldn't locate it, and even by the time he would have, there would have been no chance to try and get Gaylor out at second. Cole Cooper's 1-0 pitch to Burke is high and away, 2-0 count. This broadcast of Docs Baseball brought to you by Cascade Community Credit Union, belong to Douglas County. The 2-0 pitch, low and inside for Burke. Scoots away from Beam behind the plate, but gets back to it and out at second base. Gaylor does not try to test the arm there. 3-0 count. Cole Cooper will look towards second base, but nobody covering the bag, so no throw made. One walk already here in the third inning for Cooper. That is Quinn Gaylor, who's out at second base. 3-0 pitch misses for ball 4, and the Docs will have back-to-back walks and get 2 runners on base with 1 out.
Now batting number 4, Logan Anderson.
3 walks total in the game for Cole Cooper. 2 of them here in this third inning. Runners at first and second for Logan Anderson, who's 2 for 2 with a pair of singles. First pitch called a strike on the inside corner at the knees to get things started. So here at Champion Car Wash Field, starting tomorrow, it's the DCBA 4th of July tournament, sponsored by Champion Car Wash and Jiffy Lube. There's a 1-0 pitch, hit in the air out towards right center. It will tail towards right field. Tagging and heading for third will go Gaylor. No throw to the bag. And Paxton Burke off of first base. He will hustle back. Nobody there to cover, so he will get back safely. 2 down. Fly ball out to right field for Logan Anderson. Off the bat, looked like it might have a chance to make its way towards the alley, but it hung up enough and kept tailing towards right field, where Mason Stout was there to make the catch. So 2 away. Runners on the corners. Fletcher Coleman up to bat. Doc Stewart's leading 7-0 in the bottom of the third. You've got runners on the bases. Burke at first, looking like he's itching to go. And there he goes. The throw in for a strike behind the plate. Beam does not make a throw to any bag. Burke gets in with the stolen base. Behind the plate, Beam, all he came up to do was look back and watched the runner at third base back to the bag. So Gaylor back to third. Up to second base goes Burke. It was strike 1 to Coleman, and he'll take strike 2 on the outside corner. Falls behind against Cole Cooper. Fletcher had an RBI single in the second inning. He also walked in the first. He scored twice. Pitch bounces off the turf. Took a second to locate it there for Beam, but he knocked it down and it stayed right at home plate. So tomorrow, the 4th of July tournament here at Champion Car Wash Field will get underway. It'll run through Sunday. Local teams, the Pepsi Bottle Caps and the Junior Riverhawks, will be playing in that one. Should be a fun tournament. It's a ground ball, chopper towards second base, fielded by Bodemiller, and he will get out Fletcher Coleman at first base for the final out here in the third. So the Doc Stewarts get a couple of men on base, but they cannot add to their lead. They're on top 7-0 as we head to the 4th inning. Doc's in front, as we head into the 4th of July weekend here on 541radio.com and on the score 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Roseburg Disposal, we're dedicated to meeting your garbage service needs. Started in 1932 by brothers Norm and Orville John, Roseburg Disposal continues to be owned and operated by the John family today, now in its third generation. Providing residential and commercial garbage disposal and recycling, we serve the greater Roseburg area. Invested in our community, our company has participated in many community projects both financially and through donated services. Committed to our customers and our community, Roseburg Disposal.
Everest, K2, and now the Mountain by Mountain Mike's Pizza. The biggest pizza this side of the Rockies. The mountain-sized pizza is a massive 20 inches wide, delivering 20 slices and a mountain of toppings. Made with the freshest and finest ingredients. Dough made fresh daily with 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings to the edge. It's time to go big. Order yours now by using our mobile app.
The Generals to lead off the top of the 4th inning, number 20, Mason Stout.
Fourth inning here from Champion Car Wash Field. Doc Stewart's leading the Central Oregon Generals 7-0 as a ground ball to first base on the first pitch of the frame. Danner Wirtz handles it and will tag the bag to retire Mason Stout, who stood in and on one pitch grounds out to first, one away. Wade Molitor still out there working for the Doc Stewarts. He's into his 4th inning, pitching the shutout. He's allowed 2 hits so far in this one. Tanner Locke had the first hit of the game back in the second. It was a ball off the handle that he just squibbed towards second base. Ended up in a bit of no man's land, and he was able to beat out a throw to first. He swings and misses at the first pitch for strike one. Molitor, the lefty, winds and fires and misses a bit high, a 1-1 count. Today's game brought to you by Mountain Mike's Pizza at the corner of Bellows and Harvard and Roseburg. Mountain Mike's Pizza, the way it ought to be. 1-1, swung on and missed for strike two. So with the 4th of July holiday weekend coming up, a lot of teams getting ready for tournament action coming up. We have mentioned, of course, the 4th of July tournament here at Champion Car Wash Field, where the Pepsi Bottle Caps will be the host as the DCBA 4th of July tourney. Locke fouls away a pitch, stays alive with the 1-2 count. Meanwhile, the Docs will be at Hanson Stadium at Taylor Field in Corvallis to play in the Mickey Riley Star Spangled Tournament. 1-2 pitch, high and away, 2-2. That is hosted by the Corvallis Girding Builders Marketmen up there. That tournament will run Thursday through Sunday. 2-2. Bounces off the turf. Full count now for the 5-hitter Tanner Locke. Docs will take on Mountain Time out of Portland on Thursday at 10 a.m. Then they take on the Baseballism Wet Sox on Friday at 10 a.m. That's a team they've seen once already this year. 3-2 pitch from Molitor. Got him to chase one. Popped it up. Right side, foul territory. And it's on top of the dugout on the first base side. Back to home plate will go Tanner Locke with a full count still remaining. Docs on Saturday will take on the Michaels Toyota Bears out of the Seattle region. That'll be a 4 o'clock start time on Saturday, and then again, based on how they do in all of those games, they'll be placed into a game on Sunday. Ball popped up right side, not very deep into right field, going out. Tegan Sprague there to make the catch as Hayden Thompson came charging in. Sprague calls off the right fielder, makes the play, 2 away.
Next batter, number 3,
Quentin Bailey, the 6-hitter in the lineup, a strikeout victim in the second, will stand in with 2 down and nobody on base for Central Oregon. Docs are leading 7-0 here in the top of the 4th. Molitor will miss inside on the first pitch. Other teams in the field this year, you've got the Grants Pass Cavemen, who are playing a single-A season this year, I believe. The ball fought off left side, and it'll get out of play as Logan Anderson gave a good attempt but didn't have a chance. You've also got the Midcoast Dungeys, a AAA team. Hillsboro Baseballism Wet Sox, mentioned them. Corvallis Girding Builders Markemen, a AAA team. And then the Wasilla Road Warriors, a team that is going to be here in Roseburg on Monday following the tournament. Docs will play them then in a single non-league game. They might be out of Alaska, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, they're out of Wasilla, Alaska, making their trek through Oregon. A ball fought off on the first base side, fouled away for strike two. Quentin Bailey behind a ball and 2 strikes. So some good competition in that tournament for the Doc Stewarts as they make their way up to Corvallis starting tomorrow. 1-2 pitch. Misses high, 2-2 count. I think if you look at that, Docs might have a good chance of trying to get into the championship game against, I would think maybe Corvallis on the other side has a pretty good chance. Swing and a miss on the 2-2 pitch. And down on strikes will go Quentin Bailey. And the Central Oregon Generals go down 1-2-3 here in the 4th. Second strikeout in the game for Bailey. That is the 5th strikeout in the game for Wade Molitor. Docs still up 7-0 as we go to the bottom of the 4th inning on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Roseburg Disposal, we're dedicated to meeting your garbage service needs. Started in 1932 by brothers Norm and Orville John, Roseburg Disposal continues to be owned and operated by the John family today, now in its 3rd generation. Providing residential and commercial garbage disposal and recycling, we serve the greater Roseburg area. Invested in our community. Our company has participated in many community projects, both financially and through donated services. Committed to our customers and our community, Roseburg Disposal.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck yes, that'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Oregon. Because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Headed to the bottom of the 4th inning with the Docs leading 7-0. Corba, Wirtz, and Sprague, your 3 batters due up for the Docs. And it looks like we've got a new man on the mound. Taking over for the Central Oregon Generals is going to be Jared Penaloza.
New pitcher for the Generals, number 9, Jared Penaloza.
So Penaloza moves from third base and will go to the bump. Let's take a look-see here, and they will just make a straight switch. Cooper will go to third base defensively. So new man on the mound. Cole Cooper goes 3 innings in this one. He allowed 8 hits and gave up 7 runs
First batter for the Docs to lead off the bottom of the 4th.
in his time on the mound. We'll get you the rest of that line here in a moment. Christian Corbo will be the first batter up to face off against the new pitcher. Corbo 2 for 2 in the game with an RBI, has also scored a run and stolen 2 bases. First pitch, a high chopper over the mound, fielded at second base, high hop to get to it, and Bodemiller had no chance of making that play. A Baltimore chop off the springy turf went high over the mound, and then by the time it got to the second baseman, he had to hop to get to it as that ball sprung off the turf again. And by the time he came down and ready to try to throw to first, Christian Corba was already getting to the bag. So an infield single for Corba, his 3rd hit in the game. Pitches off the turf, ball 1 to Danner Wirtz, who was looking to get on track here in this one. 0 for 1 in the game. Had a sac fly to drive in a run back in the first. 9th hit in the game for the Docs on that infield single by Corba. The 1-0 pitch is high. Throw down to first base. Will get by. The first baseman trips over Corba as he was sliding in. He's going to take a turn. He's looking to head to third. The throw across the diamond will not be there in time. as Christian Corba will get 2 bags on a pickoff throw to first. That'll be the 3rd error in the game for Central Oregon. A costly one as Corba gets all the way around to third base. 2-0 pitch, misses upstairs for Wirtz. He's got a 3-0 count. On the mound, Penaloza misses inside, and Wirtz will draw ball 4. So Danner gets on base for the first time here in game 2. Runners on the corners with nobody out.
Keegan Sprague.
Tegan Sprague is 2 for 2 in the ball game. A single, a double. He's driven in 3. He hits one down the right field side. Foul territory, giving chase, but out of the reach for Caden Cooper. First baseman, good effort, but didn't ever really have a chance at that one. That'll be strike 1 for Tegan. Cole Cooper went 3 innings, allowed 7 runs on 8 hits, 3 walks, and 2 strikeouts. He's on the hook for the loss here at the moment, as the Docs lead this one 7-0 here in the bottom of the 4th. Chance to try and add to that lead, see if they can maybe end this game early. The 0-1 for putting down a bunt, push it down the first base side. Sprague is going to beat the inning, play to first. He drives in a run on a bunt single down the first base side. Sprague squared to bunt, pushes it down the line. It was fielded by Penaloza. By the time he fielded it, the first baseman, Cooper, had come off the bag to try and help defensively as well. Nobody was at the bag, and it was a foot race. Sprague wins it. Coming in to score was Corba, and the Docs add another run, lead 8-0. Up to bat, Hayden Thompson takes a strike. Corba came in to score. Danner made his way up to second base on that bunt single. The 10th hit in the game for the Stewies. Thompson, 0-1 pitch from Penaloza. Hits it in the air out towards right field. Not very deep. Wind might have an effect. Diving attempt, and it got down. And running for third goes Wirtz. He will get in safely. They're going to call him out. I thought he trapped that ball in the outfield. The ruling was out. I thought that it looked like Mason Stout had trapped that ball. But Danner tags and moves up 90 feet. Still on at first base is Sprague. 1 away.
Now batting number 2, Mason Young.
Thompson flies out to right field. He's 0 for 3 in the ball game. Wind, you can hear it on the mic and you can see it on the camera. Wind is really picking up. Mason Young hits a line drive shot with a hit and run on. Sprague will turn around second, heading for third as Wirtz comes in to score. It's an RBI single for Mason Young, his first hit in the ball game. And the Doc Stewarts add a second run here in the 4th, make it 9-0, and they still have runners on the corners with 1 out. We'll get a pinch runner. It is Logan Shipman that'll take over for the catcher. It'll be a courtesy runner, not a pinch runner. So Shipman at first. Sprague was stealing second as the pitch came in. And with the single to right field, he turned and was able to easily get to third. Danner Wirtz trotted home, was able to score as well. Doc Stewart's with 11 hits in the ballgame, leading it 9-0 against Central Oregon. The Central Oregon team was within 1 run in both games against Eugene yesterday. There's a pickoff throw to first. Back in goes Shipman. Eugene won by 1 run, 5-4 in game 1 and 3-2 in 9 innings in game 2. Is a pickoff or a throw down to second base. Shipman stealing second, gets in safely. Tegan Sprague holds at third base as Shipman will get in, running for Mason Young. He gets to second base. I think it was a strike against Quinn Gaylor, I think. Pitch is high and away. That's definitely ball. Oh, 2-0 count. I was wrong. Quinn Gaylor, 2 balls, no strikes. He's 0 for 1 in the game with a walk his last time up. He sends one sharply down the third base side, foul. Today's game brought to you by Waldron's Outdoor Sports, your locally owned hunting, fishing, and outdoor sports headquarters. Check out their new location at Northeast Stevens in Roseburg. The 2-1 pitch from Penaloza is outside, 3-1. A 3-1 count. And there's ball 4. Quinn Gaylor will draw his second walk in the ballgame. That's 2 walks allowed by Jared Penaloza. And the bases are loaded with just 1 out in the top of the order coming up. Docs, if they could get 1 more run here, they would have the 10-run margin and would be 3 outs away from trying to close this one in 5 innings. Paxton Burke at the plate takes a breaking ball that hits the top of the zone for strike 1. Remember to stick around in the postgame show where we will name your Champion Car Wash Player of the Game. We'll have that for you. There's quite a few candidates in this second game of the doubleheader as well. The 0-1 off speed is outside, 1-1. Jared Penaloza taking over on the mound here in this 4th inning, facing his 7th batter. The 1-1 to Burke, fouled away for strike 2. Doc's baseball coverage on the score also brought to you by Dr. Alanson Randall Family and Cosmetic Dentistry. Call 541-378-6694 or visit drrandall.com. Bases loaded with just 1 out at the plate. A 1-2 pitch coming for Paxton Burke. Instead, a look back to second. Ooh, close play out there. Shipman back in just in the nick of time. With the bases loaded, not necessarily expecting a pickoff throw to second base. And Shipman maybe a little bit of a late read on that one, but he gets back just ahead of the tag. Again, a 1-2 count for Paxton Burke at the plate with the bases loaded and 1 out. Penaloza delivers. Burke gets on top of a hanging breaking ball, lifts it out towards right field. Tagging and heading for home will come Sprague. And the Doc Stewarts will take a 10-0 lead here in the 4th inning. There's 2 down on the sac fly by Paxton Burke, his first RBI in the game. Tagging and going to third was Logan Shipman. And so the Doc Stewarts add 3 more runs here in the 4th inning. There's 2 down, and Logan Anderson will come up to bat. Quinn Gaylor still at first. Logan Shipman at third. Anderson hits one out towards center field. It's going to hang up, and running underneath it is Quentin Bailey. That'll retire the side for the Doc Stewarts. They send 8 hitters to the plate once again, and they will add 3 more runs to be ahead 10-0 as we go to the top of the 5th inning. Doc Stewarts need 3 outs to wrap this one up and send the Central Oregon SunWest Generals packing here today. Back with the top of the 5th after this 1-minute timeout on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. Top of the fifth inning, Doc Stewart's will make a pitching change. Wade Molitor exits the game. He has met the requirement, so he is in line to get a win. They will hand it off to Danner Wirtz, who will take over on the mound. That's a big arm coming out of the bullpen for the Stewies, as they need just 3 outs to wrap up this one here in 5 innings. Swing and a miss on the first pitch. As we start things here in the 5th inning, it is Miles Beam that is batting, the catcher. He's over 1 with a strikeout. The 0-1 pitch, he swings after some high heat for strike 2. So Wade went 4 innings. He allows just 2 hits, no runs. He had 1 walk and 5 strikeouts as the ball lifted to right field. Coming in, Hayden Thompson there to make the catch, 1 away. For Central Oregon, they need 1 run to keep this game going, at least to the bottom of the 5th. Doc Stewarts now just need 2 more outs to wrap it up after 5 innings and get a sweep here at home against Central Oregon to go to 2-5 in league play and stretch their winning streak to 5 games, a season high. First pitch, strike 1 to Caden Cooper. Cooper is 0 for 1 in the game with a fly out to left field. Takes the 0-1 pitch outside, 1-1 count. Today's game brought to you by Palm Wealth Management, a member of D.A. Davidson & Company, member SIPC. The 1-1 from Wirtz misses upstairs, 2 balls and a strike. And we'd also like to thank Roseburg Country Club, established in 1922, offering an 18-hole course with excellent year-round playability. Find out more at roseburgcountryclub.com. Inside on the 2-1 offering, the count goes to 3-1 here to Caden Cooper. Doc's in front 10-0. We're in the top of the 5th inning. The 3-1 from Wirtz misses inside. Ball 4. So a walk. We'll get the needed base runner aboard. First walk for Wirtz. Jared Penaloza now the pitcher for Central Oregon. He's 1 for 1 in the game, had 1 of 2 hits against Wade Molitor. He bats with a man at first and 1 down. Over the plate, but misses the zone. Might have carried just a little off the outside corner. Wirtz will fire in and misses inside and falls behind 2-0. Danner trying to get through this 5th inning. Working out of the stretch with a man at first. His breaking ball will miss outside. Falls behind 3 balls, no strikes. Jared Penaloza at the plate out of Madras High School. He was a 3rd-team All-Stater on the infield. And he takes ball 4. Back-to-back walks from Wirtz. That's going to get a visit out to the mound for pitching coach A.J. Doolittle. With that, we will tell you that today's game, sponsored by Gibbs RV Superstore, you got to get to Gibbs, where RV means real value. And we want to say thanks to McClendon Smokehouse, a family-owned meat shop and smokehouse offering a wide selection plus fresh produce, baked goods, and a general grocery selection. Stop by on West Harvard Avenue in Roseburg. Well, looks like we've got in the comment section some fans flying in to Corvallis to come watch the Docs play there over the 4th of July weekend. That's great to see. We always love to have the fans there in Corvallis. As a ground ball up the middle, Paxton Burke gets the second for 1. Throw to first as Amos Bowers, now the man at first base, tried to make the scoop for the double play to end it. And the throw to first on the short hop. Bowers knocked it down but could not field it cleanly. There's 2 down. Ball sharply hit by Bodemiller up the middle. He'll get on with a fielder's choice. Nice job by Paxton Burke to make a play on that one. Gets the out at second base and almost turned a double play to end the game. So now you've got runners on the corners with 2 down. Danner needs 1 more. Cole Cooper at the plate. 0 for 1 in the game with a walk his last time up. He sends one in the air left side. Bit of no man's land out that direction. It'll get down in foul territory. That one just kept hooking away from everybody out there. Anderson, Burke, and Coleman all giving chase, and none of them ended up having a chance to get there. That'll be strike one for Cole Cooper. Now at third base. There's two down, an 0-1 count. Another one fouled away over the left side by Cooper, and he's down to his final strike. And with the mercy rule in effect, this would be the final strike of the game for the Central Oregon Generals unless they can bring in one. They've got that runner at third base. A throw down to second, tag down, out at second base to wrap up the ball game. The runner at third took off for a home, but it won't matter as out at second base for the final out of the inning was Bodemiller, caught stealing. Mason Young with the throw down there will get the out and wrap up the ball game. Doc Stewart's will take it in 5 with a 10-0 victory on top of Central Oregon. And so the Docs do exactly what they needed to do here today. They get 2 wins against Central Oregon to go to 2-5 in league play, and they get their first league wins. They stretch their winning streak to 5. Don't look now as the calendar turns to July. The Doc Stewart's starting to heat up. We'll come back to tell you all about it as we have an extended postgame show coming up here on 541radio.com and on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
When it comes to finances, it can be hard to know what's in your best interest. Experience the strength of advice at Palm Wealth Management. From education and estate planning to retirement and the unexpected, we can help. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
My wife and I moved to Oregon to raise a family, set our roots, and to have a lot of fun outdoors. We quickly realized that we needed a truck or a rig for the projects that we were doing in the backyard. When we were looking to find a place to finance our truck, we asked our patients, and everyone recommended Cascade Community Credit Union. It was so easy to work with Cascade. Everything was done via email, phone, and we didn't even need to go in. I can't wait to finish up the projects in the backyard, go on more adventures in our truck with our boys, and I look forward to working with Cascade again in the future.
We are Douglas County Farmers Co-op, but we're not just for farmers. We serve all residents of Douglas County because we are Douglas County. Stop by today for everything from a tank of gas to a bite to eat anytime you're hungry. Pick up something for yourself, your home, and those you care for. Celebrating 100 years of service, Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Good people, good products, and good advice.
To us, pizza the way it ought to be isn't just our slogan. It's our promise and our passion to give you the best dining experience and the best tasting pizza you expect. For over 40 years, we've been making pizza the way it ought to be. Handmade with the freshest and finest ingredients. Our dough is made fresh daily, and we use 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings edge to edge. There's pizza, and then there's Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be.
Looking to expand your portfolio? Consolidate your investments with Palm Wealth Management. Our trusted team makes it easy to diversify and track your investments. Let Palm Wealth Management coordinate your financial strategy. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
At Roseburg Disposal, we're dedicated to meeting your garbage service needs. Started in 1932 by brothers Norm and Orville John, Roseburg Disposal continues to be owned and operated by the John family today, now in its 3rd generation. Providing residential and commercial garbage disposal and recycling, we serve the greater Roseburg area. Invested in our community, our company has participated in many community projects, both financially and through donated services. Committed to our customers and our community, Roseburg Disposal.
Successful companies have a very important secret. Good advertising works and makes them money. That's why your business should contact Lotus Media Group. Let us help you cash in with multimedia advertising. Multiple touches from Douglas County's only Google certified partner and most effective advertising platform. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen. LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
Sprague had 3 hits and had 4 RBI. Let's give the Sprague. Back here at Champion Car Wash Field as we wrap things up here tonight. Stay tuned. We've got your Champion Car Wash Player of the Game. Make your car or truck shine like tonight's Player of the Game. Visit Champion Car Wash where you can sparkle without the splurge. Celebrating 30 years in Roseburg, it's Champion Car Wash. Well, a heck of a day here at the ballpark for the Doc Stewarts, and this team seems like it's got its mojo working as the Doc Stewarts heating up here into the month of July. They've now won 5 consecutive games, and they are now 9-7, 2 games over 500. That is the best their record has been all season. They started out the year 0-5. Since then, they have now gone 9-2 in their last 11 games. Not too shabby there for the Doc Stewarts. They're now 2-5 in league play with the win. That'll be big as they hope to make that push to the postseason. And for Central Oregon, they're now 10-8 on the year, and they are 0-4 in league play. Still a lot of time left to go, a lot to be decided. We'll see how things continue to play out. Here in this one, it played out nicely for the Doc Stewarts. No runs, 2 hits, 3 errors, and 4 men left on base for Central Oregon. Docs had 10 runs on 11 hits, no errors, and 7 men left on base. Doc Stewart scored in the first, second, and in the fourth. The game was shortened down to 5 innings with the 10-0 victory. Docs got 3 in the first, 4 in the second, 3 in the fourth inning as well. That was great support for Wade Molitor. The youngster picks up his second win of the summer as he goes 4 innings. He allowed no runs on 2 hits with 1 walk and 5 strikeouts, and he would get the victory there. Taking the loss is Cole Cooper. Cooper gave up 7 runs on 8 hits over 3 innings with 3 walks and 2 strikeouts. Danner Wirtz pitched the final inning for the Docs, a non-save situation. No runs, no hits, 2 walks, no strikeouts. Jared Penaloza pitched the final inning for Central Oregon. 3 runs on 3 hits, 2 walks, no strikeouts. Doc Stewart's had 11 hits in this one. We'll run through some of the offense in a moment. For Central Oregon, 2 hits in this one. We'll get you their numbers in just a bit. We'll have your Champion Car Wash Player of the Game coming up. We've got to get in one more break with the game ending early. We've got an extra break to get in here in the post-game show, so we'll take a 2-minute timeout. Let's make it a 2-minute break here, and we'll come back to wrap things up for you here from Champion Car Wash Field as the Doc Stewarts get a sweep against Central Oregon on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Social Security allows you the freedom to take stock of what's important and build lasting bonds. We share your goals. Trust Palm Wealth Management to consolidate your investments and generate income for those who need you most. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Everest, K2, and now the Mountain by Mountain Mike's Pizza, the biggest pizza this side of the Rockies. The mountain-sized pizza is a massive 20 inches wide, delivering 20 slices and a mountain of toppings. Made with the freshest and finest ingredients, dough made fresh daily with 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese, and toppings to the edge. It's time to go big. Order yours now by using our mobile app.
When it comes to finances, it can be hard to know what's in your best interest. Experience the strength of advice at Palm Wealth Management. From education and estate planning to retirement and the unexpected, we can help. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Okay. I'll probably try to get an illegal ID before I wrap it up. Just looking at the time here. Well, the Doc Stewarts will be headed to Corvallis for the legendary Mickey Riley Star Spangled Tournament, hosted by the Corvallis Girding Builders Marketmen. A fantastic event. It's always fun to get to be a chance part of that. Long history with that tournament, long history with that program, and the Doc Stewarts will be headed up there for yet another appearance in that tourney. So that's what we've got coming up next for the Doc Stewarts. But as we put a final bow on things here today, we look at Game 2, a 10-0 victory in 5 innings for the Docs after winning Game 1 9-4 against the Central Oregon SunWest Generals. Well, here in Game 2, taking a look at offensive numbers, just 2 hits in the game for Central Oregon. One of those was Tanner Locke. He had the first hit in the game, an infield single back in the second inning. And then Jared Penaloza, the 9-hitter, had a single with 1 out in the third inning. Neither of those hits helping result in a victory, as Wade Molitor was very sharp on the mound here today. So the Doc Stewarts able to limit what Central Oregon did here today. On the other side, boy, they started racking up the offense. 11 hits in the game. Paxton Burke reached base 3 times. He was 1 for 2 in the game. A single in the first inning. Reached on an error in the second, got walked in the third, and then had a sac fly in the fourth. He had 1 RBI, scored twice, going 1 for 2 in the game. Logan Anderson was 2 for 4 with 2 singles. He scored twice. Fletcher Coleman was 1 for 2 in the game, had an RBI single in the second, scored a run that inning, also walked in the first and scored a run. Christian Corba was 3 for 3 in the game, scored twice and had an RBI as he picks things back up after going without a hit in Game 1. Danner Wirtz was 0 for 1 in the game, a sac fly to drive in a run, a walk, and scored a run. Tegan Sprague was 3 for 3 in the game with 2 singles, a double. He drove in a total of 4 runs in this one, and he scored a run as well in the fourth inning. Mason Young was 1 for 3 with an RBI single in this one, and Quinn Gaylor walked twice, getting on base but never did come around to score. That is a look at the offensive numbers here in Game 2 of our doubleheader as the Docs get the sweep. It's time now for our Champion Car Wash player of the game. Shining tonight, Tegan Sprague, 3 for 3 with a double, 2 singles, and 4 RBIs, plus a run scored in there as well. He is your Champion Car Wash player of the game. Make your truck or car shine like tonight's player of the game. Visit Champion Car Wash, where you can sparkle without the splurge. Celebrating 30 years in Roseburg, it's Champion Car Wash. Well, Champion Car Wash Field is going to be busy over the next couple of days with the DCBA 4th of July tournament coming up. That'll get started tomorrow at noon as Southern Oregon is going to be taking on the Junior Riverhawks. At 3 o'clock tomorrow, it's Vencer versus the Eugene Armadillos. I believe Vencer might be out of the Salem area. And then at 6 o'clock tomorrow night, it's the Pepsi Bottle Caps taking on the Klamath Falls Falcons. I know our friends down in Klamath Falls, 960, I believe, they are going to be here broadcasting the Klamath Falls games. So let's see here. Let me see if I can figure it out real quick. I think it might be My Basin. Yeah, if you search for My Basin on YouTube, you'll find the broadcast of the Klamath Falls Falcons games there. And that is from 960 104.3 Sports down in Klamath Falls. Josh Eldridge does a great job with the broadcast. He'll be here, and he'll be broadcasting those games. So if you want to watch that Pepsi Bottle Caps game tomorrow, that is an opportunity to be able to do that tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. And again, go to YouTube and search My Basin. You'll find the broadcast for the Klamath Falls Falcons there. And they take on Pepsi tomorrow night at 6, so that's a way to watch the game if you can't make it out here to the ballpark. The games will continue all the way through Sunday. You can go to playdcba.com, and you can find the schedule of the tournament there to follow along. For the Doc Stewarts, they're headed to Corvallis. Their games will get started tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. as they take on Mountain Time out of Portland. That is a college prep team there. Doc Stewart's starting at 10 o'clock, first game of the tournament. We also play at 10 o'clock on Friday morning against the Hillsboro Baseballism Wet Sox. 4 o'clock on Saturdays, they take on Michael's Toyota Bears out of the Seattle area. And then Sunday's game is TBD, so we'll have that for you. We'll be up in Corvallis for the weekend covering those games. You can find them here on the radio, or you can watch them online as well. Before we wrap things up here, let's go ahead and pause real quick for a station identification. This is Doc Stewart's Baseball here on The Score. The Doc Stewarts on a 5-game win streak as we head to the month of July. They'll try to keep it going as they head to Corvallis for the Star-Spangled Tournament. That's going to do it for us here today, folks. What a fun day here at the ballpark. Thanks so much for tuning in and joining us. Want to say thanks to the SunWest Generals for making the trek over here for this afternoon affair. Been a lot of fun, and we look forward to returning the favor, heading over there to Redmond to face them coming up July 14th for a doubleheader against the Generals. As for the Doc Stewarts, want to say thanks to the Executive Director of the Douglas County Baseball Association, Jake Whistler. Want to say thanks to Head Coach of the Doc Stewarts, Cody Walton, and the entire Docs program for allowing us to bring you another season of Doc Stewart's Baseball here on The Score. And we want to say thanks to Dale Cranford back in the studio for the radio production here today, and thanks to you, the fan, for tuning in for today's broadcast, because, of course, without you, I'm just a guy sitting here talking to myself. I'm Joey Keeran. We'll talk to you tomorrow morning. We get started bright and early. 9:45 is our first. We crack the mic at 9:45 tomorrow morning for the pregame show, so we hope you tune in and join us from Corvallis as the Doc Stewarts take on Mountain Time in their first game from the Star-Spangled Tournament. We'll have the coverage for you, streaming with video online at 541radio.com and on the 1490 The Score YouTube channel. You can also find us right here on Douglas County's home for sports, The Score.